Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Nerds with Dice. I am one of your resident nerd on wheels, Mary, and I am super excited to be joining all of you on this amazing Vaesen adventure. This is a special Vaesen one shot, part of Nerds with Pride, and we are raising money for Translatin Coalition all June long with our friends over at Sword and Key and SoMattyGameZ. In general, the charity we're raising for, to give them a bit of a description, at the Translatin Coalition, TLC, we believe every TGI Latine deserves safety, dignity, and opportunity. Through comprehensive support, fearless advocacy, and dynamic leadership programs, we're building a future where our community the donation link is in the Twitch chat and on our social media pages. Our first goal, I think we've blown through. What is our current goal, Sophia?
The current goal is 750. And I am realizing I forgot to
750.
put the donation bar up on the channel. I will get that fixed in a second.
No worries. But there are some fun ways, and I will get into after we get through our introductions, the fun ways that you can help the players in the game, hinder them, or cause monsters to attack. But all donations do have a fun way that you can get involved in the stream and change it for weal or woe. But before we get into Vaesen and the Lost Wolves, let's hear from our cast. We're going to do popcorn style. So I will choose the first person, and then you do your quick introduction, a little bit about your character, maybe an archetype, anything you're willing to share, and then choose the next person that'll go next. I am going to start. I'm going to start with Natalie.
All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Natalie, she, they, and I'm playing Selena Schuyler, also she, they. She is the writer archetype, is very much into her research around Vaesen and where that is going to lead her and why she even got into it. Otherwise, I am on the internet as Ghost Candle or Ghostly Candle on Twitch and YouTube. I am an artist and actual play performer, so you can follow me to see what I am up to next. I am going to popcorn it over to Shinobi.
So I will be playing Brittany. She is a negotiator by heart. She is a protector. She is a supporter. And her pronouns are she, it. Mine is she, her. Do not go to my page on this guy. Please don't go. It is partially naked. It is wearing almost no clothes, but it will eventually wear more clothes in time. But other than that, you will find me all over this page somewhere. Giving it to Orla.
My name's Cass, and I will be playing Orlanima tonight. My archetype is a secret. You'll find it out when it's narratively dramatic, because that's how I do everything, as most of this group can tell you. My pronouns are she, they, as are Orlanima's pronouns, and I will pass it to Sophia.
Hi, everyone. I am Sophia Olivia Scott. My pronouns are she, we, and I will be playing Isadora Althea Thomas tonight, whose pronouns are she, her, and she is the socialite archetype.
As we dive into the world of Vaesen, I do want to make a comment that this is a horror game. As such, this is in the gothic horror genre, dealing with creepy monsters as well as a historical time period. As such, we do have content warnings for this particular game. This is definitely going to be one for mature audiences. We are going to be dealing with certain historical topics as far as the time period of Ireland in the late 19th century. As such, play and fun always goes before historical accuracy. But some content warnings that you may be aware of is that doing games in Vaesen means there's usually going to be psychological horror and body horror. Vaesen come in all kinds of shapes and sizes, not always the villain. Mostly it's usually the humans that are the problem. But they can have ways that they mess with humans that can be on the horror side. Also is that we are in the late 19th century Ireland. Real world religion and religious iconography and practices are something that are very common in this time period, as well as different historical beliefs at the time. Things that we don't necessarily hold today, that our players are full well to punch anyone that is an asshole. That is our number one thing in this game. You can also expect to see occultism. There are many different occult practices and beliefs in this time period, those that still practice the old ways, including rituals, magic, and occult artifacts and items. This is a historical time period, and as such, there are a certain level of historical themes at the time. This is when Ireland is currently under colonial control, both in charge in our world, in the world of Vaesen, by the Apollonian Society and the British government. As such, there is themes of classism, othering, and colonialism ideologies. If these things are something that you are not comfortable watching, we have so many wonderful shows in our VODs, and as well as other things coming up on Nerds with Dice, all parts of our wonderful Nerds with Pride charity event. Please protect your mental health and watch those. We will always be happy to have you here, but only if you are having fun. That being said, before we dive into Vaesen, this is a charity event, which means there are fun little incentives for donations. And let me get those incentives up. Let me get that real quick. For $5, you can offer a helping hand. This will give a player an extra die. This is a D6 dice pool system, which means that when you're rolling 13 dice, you only need one success, but sometimes rolling a 6 is a lot harder than you would first believe. For $10, you can get the voice of the Morrigan to appear. We will be drawing a tarot card from the Darkwood Tarot deck. By Sasha Graham and art by Abigail Larson. And this will directly affect the game. Sometimes it can help the players. It can also showcase things the players are dealing with in their current events. But one way or another, the Morrigan's voice will be spoken, and her truth will be spoken. For $20, you have the Luck of the Irish. You can give the player a reroll. Again, this is very helpful because 13 dice does not always guarantee you a success. Even 2 dice sometimes will guarantee a success. You never know. And for $50, you can invoke a Gesh, meaning that you can cause a Vaesen or an enemy to immediately attack the expedition. At any time, I've got a Rolodex of Vaesen that I'm going to pick from, and they're in the dark forest, so who knows what's going to be out there lurking. You can cause a Vaesen to just interrupt everything and attack for $50. But it is time to dive into the world of Vaesen. To give some background, Vaesen is set in the late 19th century where monsters from folklore are real. The things that go bump in the night, the whistling that could cause bad luck, all of these folklore beliefs are real. And as such, at this time, as industrialization is booming, the old ways are being forgotten. This is where Vaesen investigators come in from different societies. And societies are basically secret societies that are devoted to the mediation of human Vaesen relations. Our players here are part of the Morrigan Society, Ireland's very own secret society, working under the nose of the Apollonian Society, the British secret society that oversees the four nations: England, Scotland, Wales, and Ireland. Currently, the Morrigan Society has been having a few hiccups here and there, but uh, as far as is known, things are under wraps as far as the Apollonian Society is concerned. There have been more recruitments as of late, as the foothold in Galway at Menlo Castle has been a buzz with rumors and interest of those that have been able to keep their secret of seeing the unseen and find those that are willing to listen at Menlo Castle. This is where our players come in. Every one of our players here today are new or at least newly occurring members of the Morrigan Society. Whether they already work for the Apollonian Society and are being double agents, that's for us to find out in this game. You all have been tasked with a specific mission. There is a wolf that has been spotted in the Sleeve Bloom Mountains. Now, normally this would be a normal cause. It's wildlife in a forest. What are you going to do? However, there's one thing that is causing a bit of an alarm as far as your bosses at the Morrigan Society goes. Wolves have not been spotted in Ireland for over 100 years. In fact, they were all but eradicated. When the colonial power firmly took hold in the 1600s, there was a huge move to stop anything that would impede farming and other labor sources that would benefit England. As such, the wolves were wiped out. Wolves have not been found for over a century, and yet there have been sightings in the Sleeve Bloom Mountains, which can usually only mean one thing. It could be an oddity that there is a few wolves still around that have been able to hide. But more than likely, and from your training, what it would assume is there is a Vaesen that is currently trying to do something in the form of a wolf. What that is, what they are, what they want is unknown. But you do know that the people in the area are starting to get restless. Those that are living on farms near the actual forest itself are nervous of the livestock and the crops that could become targeted by wildlife. Local landowners are also swelling up rumors and starting hunting parties. You know that once humans and Vaesen mix in a violent way, nothing good happens. And thus, you started your trek into the Sleeve Bloom Mountains. It's a beautiful mountain pass filled with many small villages that have been hit hard by the Great Famine in Ireland that has only recently been ended about 20 years ago. They're still rebounding, and some are not rebounding as well as others. We find our players this evening. It is starting to grow late in the day. You have been trekking through the Sleeve Bloom Mountains for about, I would say, a day and a half. You camped out here the previous night and are well in the thick of the forest, trying to go to the location that was rumored to have seen wolves. You are currently being led by a navigator that is very well versed in the Sleeve Bloom Mountains. Their name is Finnegan. Finnegan has been a family friend to the Morrigan Society for a very long time and did offer their services for a price. And would try and hopefully keep you all safe and sound on your journey, or at least not get you too lost in the forest. But as fate would have it, even Finnegan is having some issues trying to navigate through this area. It's almost as though the forest doesn't want you here. As our camera zooms in, who would we find towards the front of the party helping with navigation?
It's definitely not Isadora. I will say it's definitely not her.
It's probably Orlanima.
And as the camera zooms in on Orlanima, who do we see? What does the camera see as far as this scene goes?
So Orlanima is very feminine presenting, long, wavy, or curly red hair, depending on the humidity of the day. They are dressed for this expedition, but in pretty well tailored clothing. It's one of the few things she enjoys. And to help people picture, when I was talking about Orlanima and when we were making the characters, I was like, oh, 100% Chapel Roan. That's who this is. So that'll help you picture what Orlanima looks like. And we see her on her horse, her strong, big horse, not like not a nimble horse, a strong horse, because there's a difference. And she's got her map book out, trying to help Finnegan navigate.
As you are looking over the map book with Finnegan, you all are currently at a rest point, trying to figure out whether you'll camp out for the night or continue pursuing your goal. Who in the group wanted to take a break the most?
I think I can take that role
Right.
for Isadora.
When the camera zooms in on Isadora, how are you taking your break, and what do you look like for the camera?
Isadora, I want to say is like, I don't know, like 5'6", something like that. Like darker colored hair, brown or something. Not really dressed for an expedition. These aren't super fancy clothes. These are like, day clothes, but they are not meant for a long expedition through the woods. I imagine mostly right now she's probably just needing to like get up and like walk around. She brought her horse with. She's been riding it. Just need to like get up and like get off the horse and walk around a little bit, like stretch out.
As you stretch your legs and kind of find a moment of pause in a rather busy few days, you all begin to hear rustling in the trees. And out of those that have not been introduced yet, who would notice the rustling first?
Probably Bree. She's
Bree,
to these things.
you begin to hear not only something prowling through the forest, but there are also a cacophony of whispers that are coming out. And as the camera zooms in on you, listening and watching, what do we see?
You see she has dark, straight hair that is currently braided, and she's bundled up in a mixture of animal skins and maybe some other skins from animals not yet seen in quite some time. So, laden with furs, kept warm. She's got her staff to her back pinned, and she's peering into the darkness. Well, at least into the bushes that she can't see what figure is rustling these bushes.
You begin to listen to the rustling and the whispers, but I think the whispers hit Selena most of all. As the camera focuses in on you, Selena, can you describe what you look like and what do you hear within the whispers?
I think as the camera pans over, we see a woman, mid to late 20s ish, kind of that range of brown to auburn hair and a long braid that's sort of draped over her shoulder. She is in like these slate gray walking like dress suit, with a kind of patterned like tartan shawl over her shoulders to keep herself warm, and she was initially hunched over some notebooks going back over what they have seen so far in the day. But when she hears the whispers, her head snaps up, and we just see her kind of honey brown eyes become almost vacant as she is trying to listen in. She's trying so hard, but every time when she starts focusing and thinking she can hear something, when she thinks she can make words, they just don't make sense in her mind.
As the words begin to swirl and they become clear and yet mixed, and every word kind of drones into the next, and it's hard to separate. We're going to do our first roll of the night. This is going to be a basic fear roll. Now, rolls work a little bit different than a basic roll in Vaesen. In Vaesen, this is a d6 dice pool system. Normally, you take your attribute, you add that number to your skill, and that is how many dice you get to roll to see whether you succeed or fail. When we're talking of a fear roll, you have to decide how your character deals with fear. Is it through logic and reasoning, or empathy and emotional, the ability to calm yourself emotionally, to regulate? You can choose to use either logic or empathy, and you roll that straight. Now, because you are all with each other, you can add +3 dice because you have 3 allies around you to make you feel less afraid that you aren't alone, to whatever your logic or your empathy, however you choose to fight your fear is. That is the dice pool you'll use to figure out whether that you succumb to fear or are able to withstand the whispers that lie within the forest.
Okay. So I think I got this right because I'm going to use empathy. As her hand kind of finds her pencil and she starts scribbling. So my empathy is 5 and then +3, so that's 8 total. I should be
Yep, 8 total dice. And then everyone needs to make this roll. So you can choose logic or empathy, add an extra 3 dice to it, and that's
Logic.
your dice pool.
Well, I got 1 success, so
1 success is all you need. This is a level 1 fear check. So you do not take any extra conditions. You do not succumb to fear. You're able to regulate. How do you regulate yourself, Selena?
I think it's just the one thing she's always turned to for anything. It's her survival in the world. It's writing. It's the only way she can even pinpoint anything being said to her. And when she does overhear these just dissonant whispers, it's just to almost letting some other force let her write her hand down. And even if it's just scribbles, it at least feels the sensation is what brings her heart back down.
And what's the difficulty?
Difficulty, you just need 1 success.
What's considered a success?
A 6.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna try to flip it without.
I can't quite see, but I trust you. No worries. What did you
Yeah,
get?
there's like 2 6s.
Heck yeah.
But also 2 1s.
Hey, luckily there are no stress mechanics in this game. This is safe for Faye to play. And, no stress mechanics whatsoever. So No worries about ones, luckily, but 2 successes. You're able to shake it off. How do you shake off the whispers, Bree?
First, she's has her eyes focused, almost like she's frozen physically. And at first glance, it looks like she's breathing hard, but then it changes into like a slow, deep breath in and out. Like, okay, what's coming? Whatever it is, we're gonna stick around for it.
You're able to shake it off and you prepare for whatever is to come. What has Isadora or Orla rolled?
I think Orlanima will use logic because they've seen a lot in their time at the Morgan Society. And I think, as they say, knowledge is power. And I got I got 1 success out of my total of 6 dice.
That's all you need. This is a basic fear roll. How do you reason yourself through this moment?
I think based on what we're hearing, I think Orlanima is just like, okay, what could be doing these kind of whispers, and just like goes through the list of different things she's encountered that could be manifesting in this way, though we don't have like a hard source at the moment.
There are a variety of different trickster spirits that definitely could be at work. At times this could be the work of a puka, a shape-shifting creature that really likes to mess with people. There are a variety of other things, from a general possibly being one of the fair folk, the Aoshi. It is currently summertime, and so this is the time where they are on the current plane of existence, so they could be having some fun with you all. There are also a variety of other monsters that you hopefully, in the back of your mind, you are hoping are not it. Those being the Fardaric, a type of basically a relative to the leprechaun. It is a creature filled with spite that is there to just mess with people and to try and prey upon kindness. There are the Slua that could be flying through the skies, preparing to swarm, but luckily you don't think those are what is causing the noise. However, it is still unknown. Isadora, how do you handle your fear? And what did you roll?
This is definitely a empathy roll for Isadora, and I got 1 6.
1 6 is all you need. This is a basic fear roll. How do you compose yourself by hearing these whispers?
So I think this is Isadora does not usually like solve problems by herself. She's not usually alone. She has friends, somebody around. So I think she just she like stops what she's doing, moves closer to Selena, and is just kind of like not looking over their shoulder, but like kind of like, wondering what they're doing and just kind of like being close to her friend.
You all are able to withstand the whispers. One thing you all notice, Finnegan didn't hear them. In fact, they don't have any recognition towards what you all were experiencing. Uh, you all realize Finnegan does not have the sight. In kind of, they give you a look, and to describe Finnegan, they are quite the androgynous person. They have thick black hair that it seems to be barely uh, maintained within their cap. They wear definitely the outdoorsman type clothing, a nice pair of trousers with a linen shirt, as it is an Irish summer. While there's usually a lot of rain, it can get quite warm, and especially when you're in a bunch of vegetation, the heat only increases. But they also always have a kind smile, are very open to adventure, and at the first chance of getting to work with the rumored Morrigan Society, they offered their skills. Uh, their family has helped before, although they are not gifted with the sight naturally. Some of the Finnegan's family members have gained it through experiences with Vaesen. And Finnegan secretly holds the hope that maybe this will be the moment that they will get to see the hidden world. You all are at a bit of an impasse. Finnegan is looking at the map book that Orlanima provided, and scratches their head, exhaling just as I'm so sorry. I take this path every day. It's never this windy. I- None of it makes sense. The map doesn't fit where we're going or the route that we took, but I know we took the right route. I I feel as though I may have failed you. I can try and get us righted, but you hear stories about things that make travelers go off the path, and do you think that's what's happening right now?
I don't think it's out of the possibility that we are being played with.
Or it could be that we're just not welcome.
Well, that's like what I want to hear. Oh, this is. You can see the pangs of regret of may have bitten off more than they can chew. But you are in the middle of the forest. You do have a set of maps to try and write your way. What would you like to do in this moment? Finnegan can absolutely help with whatever navigation. That is the contact that you have chosen was a navigator in our preparation phase. They will basically, for easy routes, you guys don't even have to roll on it. You currently are in a very difficult area, and thus they can give bonuses to the actual roll itself. Uh, Specifically, they will actually give you all a +3 die bonus to any kind of navigation rolls you need to make. But as you all are sitting in the forest, it is getting darker. It is not fully evening yet, but it is definitely closing in. What do you guys want to do?
With it getting dark, should we maybe find a place to sanctify and hunker down just to see us through the night?
Agreed. I'm going to make camp.
Yeah, that seems like a good plan.
Maybe we can review the map in the morning, and I can always go over my notes. I've been taking notes this whole time, so maybe something can aid us there.
Oh, all right. I know of a campsite a few of us have used in the past. We can also camp here. We're not fully on the path, so we shouldn't be in line for any kind of any hoodlums that could possibly be on the roads. But it's up to you. There's plenty of good spots to camp around here. It's more so of keeping your eyes peeled for the things that come out at night.
I think we should head towards that campsite, Finnegan. A place like that would be easier to make our own.
It shouldn't be too much further. I've been there before. My pa has helped me find my way around where the safe places are, the places to camp out, villages to be able to resupply. There's a good campsite. It's not too far. Maybe only a half hour from here. They take the map book and kind of figure out where they are located, and they will lead you to the campsite that they know of. The walk isn't too long. It takes about a half hour. And it seems like whatever was messing with your perceptions is at least at bay currently. You do make it to what looks like a very old campsite. There are a variety of old fires. You can see the ash of where fires had been previously built. There are also areas where it looks like the different nails that you would drive into the ground to keep a tent up. There are definitely old spots where those have been taken place. Anyone that would like to can give me a logic vigilance check, just kind of scope out the area for safety.
I will try. So logic, vigilance.
I will as well.
Yeah, I'm going to, and Isadora is going to have her opera glasses out, looking around.
Not a vigilant person, however, am I allowed to assist?
100%. You can absolutely help someone with their roll. They will get an extra dice.
Okay.
Who are you assisting?
Whoever's doing the leading of the search of the logic. Who's ever doing the vigilance, I'm helping.
So this is a bit of a stretch on the rules, but this is a one shot, so we get to have fun. Everyone take a +1 die to the vigilance check as Breenie's helping to kind of point out the things to make it a little bit easier on you.
Okay.
No successes over here.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I got 3 successes.
Yay!
That is like the best roll you can make is a 3 success. As far as the game is concerned, I've had people get like 4 or 5 before, but as far as the game is concerned, that's like the hardest check you could ever make is a 3 success. But we will get to Isadora and Selena in a moment. For Orlanima, you are scanning, and in this moment, you feel as though you're being pulled in several directions. There is part of you that feels very at peace here, but that is also unsettling. This area seems safe. There's nothing that you can visibly see that's a problem. But with those 3 successes, you just have this eerie feeling of being watched. Your presence is causing something alarm.
See, I don't think they want us here.
Something's definitely noted our arrival. I don't think we're currently under threat, but we should be respectful to the things around us. And anyone that happened to look at Orlanima as they were doing the vigilance check, as they were looking around, anytime Orlanima like isn't moving their head, they're moving like their fingers in a pattern, or they're constantly like having the horse, kind of shuffle a little bit. Something is always moving, even when Orlanima stands still.
You all, to talk about Isadora and Selena. As you are looking through the forest, one for Isadora, opera glasses, probably not the best thing to see through the trees. It is semi-helpful, but it is almost as though when you try to focus in on something, it's like something is turning you in a different direction. Like using your sight through the opera glasses. You feel as though you're like pulled towards a shadowy area of the forest, like semi out of sight. But it seems as though like the glasses themselves want you to look over there, but you can't see anything. And even when you try to like turn, it doesn't let you look from that spot. Selena, no one else hears it, but what distracts you are the cacophony of whispers that begin to fill your ears. You can't understand them. Some are happy, some are angry, sad. They all intermingle and twist without meaning, making it so it's very hard to focus on what lies in the dark.
I think she just quietly shakes her head and pulls out her pocket watch and just has that up towards her ear, trying to let the ticking be something that can focus her.
The ticking helps calm you down. It is a constant in a place that feels very, very uncontrolled. You all begin to make camp. This is your second day camping. Who does what on the campsite?
I gather food.
I think Selena is mostly helping Isadora trying to set up.
Yeah, and Isadora will also like at least take care of her horse, if not like the horses. This is like something that like she is used to. She, go out for a ride and take care of her own horse afterwards. Make sure they're, have water, feed, all that.
I think the first time Isadora tried to take care of Orlanima's horse, you got warned that they're a biter. I think Orlanima probably is the one to set up the tents.
You get the tent set up. Food has been started as the night begins. The temperature, at least, is semi-comfortable, even though you are up in the mountains. It's a nice summer day, summer evening. As you all settle in for the night, this is in the middle of nowhere. This is a very dangerous area, at least from your knowledge, because a lot of these forests, are heavily. There's a very heavy Vaesen presence in these forests. As you've gotten things going for the evening, sitting down for a nice meal, what is your plan for the evening? How are you guys going to maintain safety? What's your plan?
It's only going to get worse from here on out. We should probably keep watch over the first night. And I think the next day we should. I don't know if this is a thing that we could do. Maybe if whatever direction it's trying to put us in, maybe go the opposite. But what direction have we been traveling in that the spirit has been pointing us to? This energy. Because I don't even know if it's a spirit.
So the first day of travel, you didn't have any real issues. It was only the last few kilometers that really were messing you up. Like the Finnegan was having a hard time maintaining where the route was. The markers began to disappear as you were going through the forest of different hikers and the way they denote the safe paths. It seems as though, at least with, and you don't even need to roll for this, just with your training and specialization, Breeny, it seems like you have gotten into something's territory.
And it don't want us here. So I share what I understand of the behavior. This feels like we're not only not welcome, but it's taking us far off of our path. Do with what you will. Any ideas? It looks at the group.
I mean, for tonight I can help with the watches, but I have no experience myself navigating.
If something doesn't want us here, I don't think wandering around in the dark is going to help our situation.
It will not.
I don't suppose anyone can erect a barrier of some kind, physical or otherwise.
I can. Probably. But I might need some help. Selena?
I can certainly try my best. Might be able to have something in one of these books that I have. And she sort of brings forward her. It's almost like a little mini carpet bag, and she has like a collection of books in it. So she will bring what out. It might be like a couple on wards or protections, just a history of that stuff, and she'll try like flipping through. Um, Maybe we can make use of the tent spikes because they are iron, I think.
Yes. And salt. And she pulls out some items, perhaps candles, things like that, to keep A, the focal point of the circle, B, outlines the circle around a protective barrier around the camp. And of course, at this point, she's going to start to perform a ritual that keeps the bad out and the good in. She looks outward for a second to see what direction the stars are facing. I'm sure there's a North Star somewhere if this is a clear night.
It is a rather clear night right now.
Okay.
The stars are very much shining above. All, at least from what you're seeing, are good omens and portents.
She dedicates this ritual to the lady in hopes that they guide her. So, at the beginning of the ritual, she states, Lady, we need your protection and your guidance. Please allow us passage. Convene with whatever spirits and allow us to make safe passage through this way.
Go ahead and give me an observation empathy check to see how the ritual goes. And Selena, are you helping with this ritual?
Yeah, I think she just was providing some information from what we could gather that we have on our people, um, moving certain things in the spots that need to be where they are with the like the tent spikes, just like maybe moving a couple to make them. It looks like a little more taut on the tent, but it is in a position that's better with Vinny's circle that she is performing.
Mary, quick question. If I wanted to inspire, guide, use inspiration, how would that work here?
So in general, inspiration is used for when you're talking to big groups. It can also be used to help someone heal when they are stricken with mental conditions or fear. Uh, Currently, what I would say is that you could roll a inspiration check for the group to help morale, and I would say that depending on your successes, can give Breenie extra dice.
Okay. I'll take that.
So far, I have 2 successes.
Well, that's not it. Hold on.
If this doesn't work, she does have other ideas.
Dang, that is a lot of 5s. I got 1 success.
So go ahead and roll an extra die, Breenie, to add to those. See if you can get 3 successes.
Okay. That, and you die. No, I have a 4.
So 2
So this,
successes are great. You begin to do just kind of like a ritual to create a protective circle. You focus your magical energy and your knowledge and dedicating this to the lady. There is a sense of calm that enters the circle once you have closed it. For Orlanima, the wariness and the discomfort that you were feeling of conflicting forces has calmed somewhat. You still feel as though you are drawn in different directions, but it doesn't feel as though you're clashing with anything right now.
I think that manifests by, for lack of a better term, she fidgets less.
less fidgeting is good.
We'll take it. As you guys prepare for the night, are you guys doing any watches?
I am.
What's your plan for the evening?
I'm counting the amount of trees that are in the area. So I take a mental note of the amount of trees that are around us, the amount of steps it takes to get to the tree in the north, the south, the east, and the west. And I'm also making sure the steps are the same going forward as they are going back.
You have got that fully noted. That should anything change, I will tell you if something seems different. Do you want to take first watch for the night, as everyone is resting?
I will. It
Go
will
ahead
allow
and
me to convene in the twilight hours.
100%. And I will give you a choice. How because you can do a basic like vigilance logic. But also if you have another idea for like the way that you would take watch of how you would be able to find to focus on the things that have changed. I could also hear an observation empathy because you're kind of like trying to figure out what is different from that is more of like an insightful moment. Up to you.
What would be a form of meditation, but also, I guess it's almost meditation, but you're focusing on the surroundings for changes, not using your eyes, but really using the sight to help you see through the darkness.
Definitely, I think that would fall into observation empathy.
Okay, that's what she's gonna do.
Perfect. Go ahead and give me observation empathy roll. And while everyone else is resting for the evening. What did you get?
I'm holding at a solid 2 successes.
Hey, there you go.
We're into something else.
That's amazing. You reach out, not with your eyes, but with the sight and sensing things that are different.
Good, different,
You,
bad, different.
uh,
Pizza on cheese is different. Chicago pizza is different. So what difference are we talking about?
so what's different is that this forest seems very secluded. Yet you begin to hear the noise of a fiddle playing, not too far from your camp.
At this time of night?
At this time of night.
Now either someone's into their scotch or their whiskey, or Someone is calling.
The music with your success, your two successes, there's a feel to it where you feel like almost like pulled towards it. Like you're not forced to go there, but there's this feeling of this joyfulness that you want to take part in as this fiddle music begins to play.
I mean, it sounds lovely, but I've heard plenty of stories as a child of children who have gone off to the sound of all manners of musical instruments and have never returned. I do not wish to be one of them. Although it could be a gentleman caller, that could be a possibility too, but I would expect that he would actually come out and use words. So I'm going to stay put and keep watch, but stay note of where this beautiful music is coming from.
You are able to maintain focus and not be drawn towards the music. As you all are sleeping, this fiddle music just kind of permeates your sleep. For Selena or Lanima and Isadora, you feel as though it is a time for joy and for dancing, a celebration of the night in your dreams. I need you all that are asleep to go ahead and give me a resistance roll. For this, I'm going to need basically something is trying to burrow into your mind. You can tell me what skill you use to resist it, but basically this would be like, if we're talking D&D terms, like a saving throw. Still
Oh,
same,
yes.
combine your attribute with your skill, but this is more of like resisting something's presence, something that is trying to dip into your dreams.
Well, at least it's not one of those tunnel crawlers, you know, or one of those earwigs. Those are gross.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, yeah. I don't even know if they actually crawl in your ear either. So I wonder if they just get that name, they get a bad rep, and then they probably don't really do any of that. But I still keep my ears very, very closed.
And Brini, you are not as affected by this because of like you being awake. It is more so the others that are more susceptible. So let me know what you guys get.
Well, if I have to start tying people up, I mean, I hardly know them, but might not be ready.
I think I missed it. What are we rolling?
Okay, you are rolling. You are rolling. Something is trying to burrow into your mind right now, through the fiddle music. This is a resistance roll. So how would your mind resist it? This could be logic or empathy, any skill. I'm more so arguing of like, there are specific skills like a different like an observation empathy, or basically what skill are you using to try and evade whatever this mental attack is.
Okay.
And you can use what skill?
I think for Selena, it might be inspiration, because as the music sort of enters her mind in her sleep, her brain is now trying to interpret the music, trying to find like what is the feeling behind it, what is the intention. And music is a very inspiring thing for writing too. So now she's trying to almost find what words may be there where there are no words. So my roll ended up being 1 success.
Very nice. What did Isadora or Lanima get?
Isadora is also inspiration, but different path. This is, I think, like, this is for Isadora. It's about dancing. It's about like parties and music, and that is what she is thinking about when this comes up. I am rolling so many 5s tonight, but I did get 1 success.
Very nice. You are 1 success is all you need for this roll. What did Orlanima get?
So I think in this case, Orlanima is also going to roll inspiration, empathy, and similar to Isadora, it is about dancing, but it's not a party. It's a dance from a memory a long, long time ago with someone close to them. And I rolled a whole lot of 1s and 1 6.
Woohoo! 1 success is better than no success.
1 success is all you need. All of you, instead of being in a sleep-induced trance, you wake up to the fiddle music. You are not going to start sleepwalking out of the circle. You are fully in your senses. But you also now awaken to the swelling of a fiddle music in the middle of nowhere.
I think Selena just very slowly, the flaps of her tent open, and like first is just her eye and then her little mousy nose before her whole head kind of looks out and then looks towards Renee and then looks when others are coming out. You're all hearing that, right?
Yes, it's
Yes.
beautiful. But I would certainly not go towards it without some other plan.
I need to make a roll for Finn.
Ah, yes, then. Our sightless companion. Our
Hey,
guide guides us.
They got 1 success too, and so they kind of wake up, kind of give an eye open of like here in the forest, and very much in the Irish way of didn't see nothing, didn't hear nothing, head back down. Breenie, you begin to hear, and everyone else that is awake now, hear rustling through the trees, like something is running through them. You also begin to hear howls,
Oh, somebody's hungry.
specifically wolf howls.
Someone's very hungry. Okay, so everyone's pretty much awake anyway, so I make sure that they're aware of the impending issue and the impending issue, yes.
That howl at least is something of note because that's part of why we're here. And she like pulls out her little notebook and makes like a little jot note.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She whips out her staff. She's not exactly she's a talker, not a fighter. So she's definitely going to not step in the fray on this one. But if it's a spirit, she's ready.
As the rustling in the trees get louder, you begin to hear a laugh. as this fiddle music begins to kind of spread. But you hear the laugh, and all of you are together. You can see each other, but very distinctly. It sounds like Isadora laughing in the forest.
Selena just shakes her head and like closes the tent door again.
It's like, well, I mean, it could be worse. I'm sure it'll be fine. She's just nonplussed, ready for whatever comes out. I hope Isadora's ready to talk a lot to whatever comes out.
You, Isadora, see what looks like yourself running through the woods.
What the?
With clothes on, right?
Yeah, it looks literally everyone can see it. It looks like the spitting image of Isadora, but just frolicking in the woods outside.
That is definitely not me. And I am not chasing after it.
You got a twin?
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's definitely a problem. Why do we have mimics running through the forest?
If you would like, you can give me a logic learning roll to kind of like peruse your memories to try and figure out what this may be. Anyone can do this.
All right. I'm very curious. Why do we have these creatures running around? And you said what's the... You said logic
learning.
and something else?
Yep, logic learning.
Could I add my book collection? As I'm
Absolutely.
now like rapidly. Yeah. Okay. One
Gods
success.
continue to be kind. One success.
Both of you come to the realization at the same time. Varying levels of horror up to you. There are creatures that are almost shades of people. They are known as fetches. A fetch is a creature in the death realm that can predict someone's death, especially if you see yourself. It'll even show the manner in which you might die someday. It's very important not to make contact with yourself.
So what happens if we make contact with ourselves? Is it like immediately kill us, or like you got a heart attack, or...
Not many have lived to tell the tale.
Okay, so that sounds bad.
It's basically in the books of the Morgan Society. It's very much, if you see yourself, get the heck out of there, because they will try and make contact.
Yeah,
there's almost a need to make contact.
Yeah, with the realization Selena's just dead quiet, she goes over to Isadora, takes her by the hand and just shows her the notebook, like the page that Selena opened to realize what it was. and is like slowly pulling her like away from the space that the fetch
I
is.
help with the pulling, like this, Yeah.
I mean,
and I stand in front of
Is-
Isadora so that she does
Isadora is
not
definitely like
look.
will go with. Had no intention of like following something strange into the forest.
I think it's now just we don't want you to do
Nudge.
this. We're gonna keep you away from it.
Yeah, you don't need to see that. That's yeah,
Just
that's an attraction that you're not ready to have. That is
no
not.
matter what, don't let it touch you, please.
Oh, it's not going to touch it. It won't come into the circle. It's just hanging out.
Orlanima, can I get a vigilance roll from you?
Sure.
Never a dull moment with Isadora. Even in the forest, she has fans.
That's 2 successes.
With 2 successes, up in one of the tall tree branches overlooking the campsite, you see what appears to be a man crouched on top of a branch, playing a fiddle. His eyes glow a bright gold, and he wears a smile that is almost too large for his face. But he is just fiddling. And it's at this moment you feel like this music is drawing these creatures in.
If only I had a flintlock pistol. I'd shoot him.
Yes, that's always a fun choice. So anyway, I started blasting. I think at first Orlanima will do her best to sort of subtly alert everyone to the exact location of the fiddling man in the tree. I believe the fiddling is calling everything else to us. So we probably need to handle this situation. And then you see something that you probably haven't ever seen Isadora, haven't ever seen Orlanima do. And in her hand from nowhere is a very spiky whip.
Yeah.
And when you look at it closely in what little fire there's probably left in our camp, the whip is made of spine.
Like a human spine? Like a
Yes.
pterodactyl spine?
Like
All the spine.
a
spine.
dog spine?
Yes. Like a human spine. It is a... And directing themselves at the fiddling person. I kindly request that you cease the disturbance. We are not here to bother you. We are simply passing through.
Orla, in your head, you hear, well, then how about a dance? It is a beautiful night for dancing. I think it's time for a party. Maybe I should call on some more friends. And you watch as he lowers his hand and blows. Breenie, that circle begins to slowly dissipate in a certain section.
No, not my circle. You grimy bastard. Okay.
And you hear the music begin to swell further It is almost like a cacophony at this point. Even Finnegan can't maintain the visage of I haven't heard anything in my life in their tent. Uh, they kind of quickly make their way out, trying to figure out where the music, although they cannot see anything. Orla, you have your bone whip out, your spine whip. What would you like to do? As this music is swelling and you can tell there's something coming.
If it's obvious to me that only a section of the circle is weakened and permeable, I will put myself like just behind the threshold, but in the way.
Copies of each of you begin filling out of the forest. Breenie, your carbon copy begins chanting, almost drawing their own kind of circle surrounding the circle itself. All of the carbon copies imitate you, but in the way that just is slightly off. Each of the fetches, they each start trying to reach towards the circle. More and more in front of you, Orla, you see the circle begin to recede in that area. Isadora, make me a vigilance check.
Swarmy bastards. All of
No successes.
You feel something breathe on the back of your neck.
She jumps and like spins around.
You see the fetch version of you smiling, reaching through the circle, almost shivering in and out of existence as it's reaching towards you. As that happens, though, you hear another source of howling coming closer this time. And it's as you spin around, you see this creature of death reaching towards you. You see a large wound on their stomach. That it is your stomach. Oh my God, that's you. This could happen to you. And it's as this creature is smiling, reaching towards you, beckoning you closer and closer to death. A wolf comes out from the absolute side of the forest, barreling into this creature, biting directly into her arm and taking
dog.
her down. More of you see more wolves just infiltrating from the sides, attacking each of these fetches. You also notice the fog begins to roll in, as though something has called it to greet you. We're going to go ahead and take our break here. When we return, we'll figure out who are these pesky wolves, what is this dude with the fiddle, and will they be able to escape the forest? We'll find out in the second half of our one-shot. We are raising money for the Translatin Coalition. We have wonderful incentives, and I will repeat the incentives once we come back from break. But we'll be back in about 10 minutes to see the conclusion of the Lost Wolves, and whether our party finds success or just become a legend of the forest, like many other before them. We'll see you in a little bit. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Nerds with Dice. We are back for the second half of The Lost Wolves, a Mythic Ireland Vaesen one-shot. We are also raising money for the Translatin Coalition. They are a wonderful charity supporting LGBTQ people around, and a great thing to support during Pride. So we are going to have certain incentives that if you donate certain amount of money, you can even you can affect the game no matter what you donate. For $5, you can give a player an extra die, which can be very helpful, giving them a helping hand. For $10, you can summon the voice of the Morrigan. You'll have us draw a tarot card, and no matter for weal or woe, the tarot card will affect the game in some way. As it is known, the Morrigan's truth will always be heard. For $20, there is the Luck of the Irish. You can give a player a reroll, which can be very helpful in a dice pool system. And for $50, you can summon a Vaesen attack. This attack, I've got a whole list of creepy Vaesen that can be found out in the deep, dark woods where our players are currently resting in. And you can have the Vaesen attack immediately, no matter what is happening. Just sneak attack Vaesen, right? For your watching pleasure. But we are going to dive back into it. Isadora, you whipped around to see a carbon copy of you with a terrible stomach wound get bit and taken down by a very large wolf. Everyone else in camp can see and hear the howls of wolves, all of them uniting in some sort of defense against the music that seems to be summoning these monsters. The wolves are attacking the fetch carbon copies of yourself, and a fetch is a creature that basically can predict your death. It is very important not to make contact, or that death might become a reality much sooner than you think. What is everyone doing right now? There are wolves attacking. Your magic circle of protection is slowly being eroded by whatever this trickster creature is and his minions. There is a weird fog that is beginning to roll in nearby. What do you guys want to do?
We need to leave right now. We need to leave. We cannot stay.
Brittany, you're muted. You're muted.
Yeah, I think you're muted through Ninja. There you go.
Story of my life. So she was giving the look. Bree's giving the look that we should be leaving. And she looks towards the opening, the closest opening that she can find that looks safe.
I think Selena was not along with what Isadora was saying, but she kind of ducked low and she's just observing the wolves and just seeing like what exactly are they doing, because she does see them attacking the fetches. But if there's like another one that's close enough, she just wants to get like, I guess, almost an insight on it, trying to figure, are we okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me an observation empathy check. So your observation skill plus your empathy attribute, and that is the number of dice you roll, and you need one success.
Well, at least I got one, because everything else was 4.
With one success, you watch a wolf nearby. This wolf has kind of taken a guarding position around the circle. You see there are others attacking the fetches around you. But this one is a much closer. You see that this wolf has many battle scars that you can tell have been healed and mended, as though not just natural healing. It looks as though they have been cared for by someone. They are much larger than what your knowledge of a wolf should be. They also come in many different shades. They can have some of like the red wolf, brown wolf, gray wolf, many shades that are not native to Ireland. They look as though they are what you would only assume to be some sort of like maybe a progenitor to the wolves in the history books because of how large they are. But where the rational mind and the Vaesen mind kind of come hand in hand is that you see in some of these wounds, there are some like etched runes, like someone has etched it into the skin of these wolves that they've healed over. They're perfectly, it does not cause harm or pain. But you see like almost like a necklace. It's not a collar, but it's like as though like this like a human necklace on a wolf, but it's imprinted into their skin.
I think when that realization is sinking in, there's not much time to be calling out too much, but the rest of the group sees Selena approaching that guarding wolf with just a gentle hand out. Just whispers, "You're a good boy. You're a good boy."
You see it kind of like tilts its head and kind of question, and then in your head you hear, well, I would hope I would be. I am killing things to save you all.
Oh, okay, then yes, you are very, very good. Thank you. Sorry, this isn't the first time I'm meeting ever. One such as you. Well, we don't have time for this conversation. And she sort of just looks at everybody else to like come along.
There is another. You see the wolf in front of you, Selena, kind of howls, and across the way you can see further into the trees. Another wolf sort of up on a hillside. Through the clearing, you can kind of see they're almost illuminated with strange magics that kind of follow these wolves. You see what look like will-o-wisps have gathered around the wolves, providing a source of light. But far across the way, you see a cream-colored wolf, red-tipped ears, looks quite old and gives a very big howl. Everyone in the camp, even Finnegan, hears, "This way. I must run."
Following the wolves.
This wolf lets off another howl into the air. The other wolves react in kind and create almost a lane for you all to get a straight run towards the wolf that has beckoned you to follow.
You all go. I'll be right behind you.
I was gonna say, while like this stuff was happening, would have Isadora had time to get her horse? Because she wouldn't want to leave her horse behind.
Absolutely. You could get the horse ready to go. You might not have the bridle perfectly on, but it's well trained enough where that shouldn't be too much of a problem for you.
In which case, I think she'll ride up like alongside Selena and like offer like a hand, like, do you want up?
Oh yeah, I'm no Olympic runner, and then she'll just kind of latch under your hand and help get up there.
Orla, you sound as though you're not exactly following. What's your plan?
So I am going to leave, but I will be the last one out. And in the meantime, I would like to try and remember what I might know about the fiddle-playing trickster.
100%. All right. Go ahead and give me a logic learning and get a bonus die added to this because of your knowledge.
That's 2 successes thanks to that bonus die.
2 successes is amazing. An exceptional roll. As you kind of go through your thoughts, You remember way back, good before you were in your current form. You remember hearing stories about getting lost in the hills or lost in the woods, particularly because that is where the Fae like to strike. There is one Fae that is known to lure with music. Actually, many Fae, but this one in particular, matching the exact description of what you saw hunched in the tree branches. They're known as the Dark Fool, a creature that is technically the court jester of the Midnight Court. They are extremely dangerous and are known to lure people in through music and either taking them into the other world or, even worse, upon contact, causing them to experience strokes and a variety of other things, usually rendering the person deceased. This creature is called Amadan Duv, and I can type it in the chat for you. But it is also known as the Dark Fool or the Fairy Fool. Very much, if we're talking in video game terms, you have wandered into the too high level area of the forest and are vastly you not necessarily underqualified to handle this threat, but this is a very deadly threat for the preparations that you have made.
Yep, we don't want that.
So it says Amadam Do, and then there's a skull icon, and we're just like, oh, he's level fuck. Great.
Yep. Basically, there's the red warning lights going off. The turn back now. All of that fun things going off in your head, Orla.
Nope, don't want it.
Breenie, there's a wolf that offers their back for you to ride on to keep up with Isadora and Selena. Okay, you're going to this is a very large, almost the size of a horse are these wolves.
She is
they
very
are
excited
huge
to ride this wolf.
This wolf has kind of a dappled fur of like gray, white, and black, with a bunch of speckles, and so many what would be considered like healed over war wounds, that this is very much a grizzled veteran fighter.
Oh. I'm honored.
There is this human quality almost that like you could swear this wolf gave you a smirk at that. But Orla Nima, you're able to get your horse. You are at the back end of this pack. For Isadora,
I was going to ask a question, Mary.
Yes, of course.
Being what Orla Nima is, and the fact that we're in a hurry, could I, summon my horse instead of having to go get it?
Absolutely, you can summon your horse.
So as you're all leaving, there's this high-pitched whistle that is not the same as any of the laughter or the music or anything else you've heard so far this evening. And the horse Orla Nima was riding this during the day steps out of her shadow in the ground to then be next to her before she gets on it. And I will grab Finnegan. They can come with me.
They just hold on very tight. You see their eyes begin to widen, and Orla Nima, you've seen this moment before many a time, of the person gaining the sight for the first time. They're horrified. They are seeing versions of themselves being attacked by wolves. They're seeing a creature up in the corner of a tree, smiling devilishly, peering into their soul. see these large wolves that somehow can communicate. It is almost too much for one person to handle, but yet their mind is opening and almost rewiring in this moment to see what has been hidden all along. For Isadora, you are currently using your horse. I need you to make me a force check to like make your way as quickly as possible through this forest. Same for Orla. Brini, you don't need to make this check, or Selena, because you're not like directly trying to move the horse. You're not trying to like direct the horses.
Yeah,
in
I'm
this
just gonna
moment.
hold on to the wolf.
Yep.
Yeah. And try not to fall off. Yep. That's what Bree is going to do.
Mary, could I argue that both Isadora and I get a bonus die because the wolves have like made a pathway for us to follow?
Absolutely. I'm 100% okay with that.
I was just like, I've got 7 of my 8 dice in my hand. Let's just try and add the last one.
Make it an even 8.
Yep. What'd you get, Sophia?
No successes on 6 dice.
No.
All right.
And it sure would be nice if I had a reroll.
That would be really nice, folks.
That would be really
if you
good.
want to donate to a wonderful cause, the Translatin Coalition, for $20, it's a reroll. For $5, it's an extra die. And who knows, you could either make this situation so much better or so much worse with a tarot card pull. But what did you get, Orla?
I got 4 successes.
All right, we're going to go with our
Nice.
successes first. With 4 successes, this is a this is a horse that has been battle tested. There's not much that can shake them. You and Finnegan begin to like briskly make your way, almost supernaturally so, through the forest. Orla Nima, you feel where you are directed to go. You feel the pull and you follow. You're able to make it there. Isadora and Selena are lagging back. Isadora, your horse begins to kind of panic as this fog begins to envelop their legs. I need both Selena and Isadora to make me an agility check, as the horse is going to try and buck you off its back.
Hang on, my little bucking bronchoness.
And I could hear either force or agility, up to you. Like, are you just like brute strengthening it, or are you trying to like agilely hold on?
My agility is only 1 better, so I'm really bad in deceit.
Me too. Don't worry.
That one die may make a difference.
Yeah, I got 1 success. I got 1 success out of my 3.
I got 1 success. I rolled
Yay.
2 5s, a 1 and a 6.
Did you get 1 success?
Yeah, 1 success. It
Okay.
was very close.
Okay, you hold on, and it takes everything in your power as this horse begins to panic. You are able to calm it down, but these creatures begin to come out of the fog, almost like tendrils of the fog itself, begin to try and lap up at the horse's feet. The horse kicks at it. It's not really, the fog is not able to affect the horse how they wish. So the next best thing is the person riding it. There are these tendrils that are starting to kind of wriggle up your towards your legs, for both of you. What is your plan in this instance? Isadora, you can absolutely like force your horse forward. It's up to you how you all handle this problem. And Orla, with your extra successes, you can absolutely spend them to notice the problem that Isadora and Selena are having.
I definitely would.
Yeah, I think this is a situation. Knowing that attacking is like an absolute last resort, this is like fighting back to the last resort. Is definitely going to be a situation of like trying to like get the horse to go and force it to run.
I will give you the option because right now you're trying to get you're trying to almost animal handle the horse. It's more than just a force check, right? You can
Yeah.
give me the force skill, but with the empathy attribute. To kind of try and get this horse, like the horse trusting you to be able to get through this moment, to like force them through a difficult point.
Funnily enough, that's only. Do I get the bonuses from the horse?
Yep.
Okay, so that's 1 dice better.
Sometimes that one dice is the world of a difference.
Woo! 1 success.
Amazing. Selena, how are you handling these fog wisps, tendrils, sort of trying to reach towards you?
Yeah, because she's sort of hanging on to Isadora on the back of the horse, so the only thing she can think of is to maybe startle them with something they haven't experienced before. So she's going to pull out her little portable camera and just let it flash off in the night.
Go ahead and goodness, what would this check be?
Yeah, it's a weird one.
Because you're in a, I would say, whenever we deal with things that are more supernatural, usually those are mind skills. I would say using the, because you're trying to use your camera in a creative way.
Yeah.
Kind of like making it work as a way it's not intended. Give me a logic roll. I am figuring out the skill. Give me a because in a way you're trying to manipulate them. Logic manipulation.
Okay. I have 0 in manipulation, so it's just my logic. Okay, well, I got 1 out of that, so that's all I needed. 1 success.
With that success, you're able to like use the flash as a beam of light, and you notice that these creatures have a weakness towards light. Isadora, you're able to right your horse and get them back in league with the others, with Brini on the back of the wolf and with Orlanima and Finnegan on Orla's horse. Isadora, Selena, and Brini, give me a vigilance logic check. This isn't something that's going to harm you. It's just what you notice on your way. You've effectively gotten out of the danger zone with these rolls. Now it's just making it to the wherever the wolves are taking you without some sort of an accident happening.
But you said we'd be safe.
I got 3 6s.
I managed to squeak out 1.
Oh, this is just like you GMing Walking Dead, Sophia.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
1 success.
Nice.
this roll was only 3 dice. And I have a 1, a 2, and a 6.
It always works like that, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Whenever someone has stupid high dice, they all suck. And then when they have 2 dice to their name, it's all successes all day long. But with the 1 success, those that got 1 success, and Orla, what did you get?
I got 3.
Selena got 3.
You didn't tell me to roll.
True. Okay. Very true. Can you give me a vigilance for another reason?
Sure, I can do that.
Fantastic.
I got 3 successes as well.
Amazing. You're gonna notice who notices. So
Who watches the watcher?
exactly.
Who's
As
watching the
you
watcher
all are
watch?
hurtling towards the area that the wolves are leading you to, it is almost as you approach it, there is a wall of fog. It almost looks impenetrable. It is thick. You cannot see through it at all. It feels, for those that are more magically inclined, as some sort of protective barrier. For those that got more than one success, this would be Selena. You, as you're looking around, trying to make sure none of the weird fog creatures following behind have not caught up, you glance your eyes over towards Orlanima's horse. The moonlight hits the horse just so. And for a moment, it's a scant moment, it's enough of a flash. The horse does not have the right skin in the right place. The horse's head is bone. In fact, as this moonlight begins to hit the horse, the entire horse is made of bone. There's some sinew left.
Oh.
And then your eyes kind of refocus and, oh, it's just a horse. But for a moment, when that moonlight hit, you saw something different, something that kind of, well, I'll leave it to you of how it affects you. And Orla, you notice Selena looking a little too long at you and your horse.
I think on Selena's face, there's just this moment because she's remembering maybe not so distant conversation with Orla Nima. But there is this moment of where there's slight disbelief and then connecting of dots before her eyes go from the horse to Orla Nima.
All of you break through the fog barrier. There is a moment where your mind begins to jumble. Every part of like your nervous system is telling you like, bad place, don't go here, bad place, turn around. But once you break through, there's a semblance of peace, of quiet, and you see further ahead is a small village tucked inside of the forest. There are plenty of firelight along the village walls. Some of the houses have their lights on. You see wolves standing guard, walking the perimeter of the village as you all approach.
It's nice to be invited for once.
It's certainly better than where we were.
Yes. Once we arrive, Bree is going to climb off of this very large wolf and give it a. She doesn't have etiquette, but she kind of seen Isadora do this once or twice, so she's gonna try it. She's gonna try and curtsy, probably not very well, but just kind of like a thank you, because seems kind of human, but maybe not quite. So she whispers a thank you and then goes to meet the rest of the team.
The wolf bows to you, Bree, like a very deep bow. kind of like where one foot is slightly bent so their nose is closer to the ground.
Mm.
As a sign of reverence, as a thank you for your respect. And as quickly as you arrived, you see the wolf kind of go off into the mist to deal with whatever was going on outside. But you four are in the village center, and you see there is a older woman, probably around 40 or 50, that she definitely looks as though she has seen difficult times. She has a very large scar starting at the top of her head, going all the way down her eye and across her cheek, including one of her eyes is more of like a milky white as she has lost sight in it.
Mm.
She's wearing probably a older style of clothing, but she will quietly walk up. Her hair is in a almost like a war braid style.
Mm.
She wears some like lighter armor, nothing that would impede her running in the forest. But she will approach and say, I have to say, you four are quite determined. Tried just about everything I could to get you to not get here. Forrest had other plans. Welcome.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Thank you for not wanting us here, but bringing us here anyway.
Well, it was, if you died out there and they heard the wolves, well, they would only think that we were the ones that killed you, and I can't have that now, can I? The cones, for at least the foreseeable future that you're here, is a home away from home. Do keep in mind, once you leave here, you're not going to remember a bit of what you've experienced. Safety mechanism. I want to be honest with you, because I do hope that you're good people. But in my experience, not many people are as good as they think they are.
I wouldn't say that that's disheartening. At least she's giving us a chance. She, right?
Yes, Fiona. It's nice to meet you all. I am the village chief, as it were. Get
Wow.
some rest. We can meet in the morning and figure out why the heck you guys are out this far. I'm tired. And you see her kind of like touch her head as she's thinking. Drops her hand and says, there shouldn't be much more trouble tonight.
One can only hope. Well, I guess it's a good time for me to get some sleep. I hope you all can rest well. At least better than what you had earlier, right? She goes to find the bunk.
Yeah, she leads you to what looks like an old inn. It seems to be more of like a meeting house nowadays, but there are a few rooms that are still well furnished, albeit in an older style. But she will lead you there. The beds are warm, the fire is hot, and they even have certain rations should you have missed a meal.
Definitely gonna eat. Definitely gonna sleep. Definitely gonna be warm.
I guess we got a better sleeping arrangement than what we had.
Yeah, yeah. It is. It'll be nice to have a bed.
Now, Isadora, it's not your level of bed, but at least it's not the floor.
That's yeah, that's what she's thinking. At least it's a
Uh,
bed.
at least it's a bed. It's a soft place to lay your head for a night, and even more important, a safe place. You all are able to rest for the evening. Is there anything you would do before falling asleep? Uh, or are you drifting off into slumber to greet the day with open arms?
I think after Isadora has had like a moment to like collect herself, she would ask Selena, like, "Are you okay? Like, I know, like, the my horse got spooked. Like, you didn't get hurt or anything, did you?"
No, I'm quite fine. I think I managed to scare off those mist things with the flash of my camera. They seem to not like the light, so that's good to know. Are you all right?
Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm fine. I was worried about you, and I just wanted to check in before we headed off to bed.
Well, I'm good, thank you.
As you prepare to sleep, uh, welcome in, Raiders. Super happy to have you here. We are raising money for the Translatin Coalition for Pride, part of the Nerds with Pride event. For $5, you can donate an extra die for this dice pool system. 10 gets you a tarot card pull to affect the game. 20 gets you a you can give a player an extra re-roll that can come very much in handy. And for $50, you can summon a Vaesen to go ahead and attack the party. Uh, and be the chaos goblin that you are. Um, as you all wake up the next day, it's a bright and shining morning. The sun is at its fullest. Looking out the window, you see there is a variable fog surrounding the village, but it's a nice sunny day. Birds are singing. You smell the scent of breakfast cooking downstairs, some different fried eggs, some different breakfast sausage. There's some bread being toasted. But what do you all do as you wake up in the morning in a new environment?
I'm praying. I don't know about you guys, but I'm praying. I'm praying thanks to the lady for protecting us, allowing that circle to hold long enough for us to escape. I give a thanks for, I don't know, maybe they worship a moon goddess, perhaps. I don't know. But whatever other gods are listening aside from the Lord and the lady, prayers are definitely getting shout out to them because we could have died. We could have died.
You absolutely could have. You send your prayers out into the ether to hopefully be received uh, by the Lord and the Lady. Uh, as you all make your way downstairs, you see rows and rows of people of all ages, small children, adults, uh, elderly, the young, all kind of together. Some of them look to have definitely been veteran fighters. You see many of the older adults, anywhere from like the age of like 25 into the elderly age, uh, have definitely have battle scars. And but they all look healed up, very jovial. You see that there's these large platters of food set on each of these large banquet tables throughout this meeting house.
Anything good? Fruits, vegetables.
There's some
These are carnivores.
there's actually a variety from things that are more of a vegetarian side to a carnivorous side. They're separate plates. There are some fried eggs, some bread that has been toasted on the fire, a variety of different homemade cheese that has been sliced, and some of it has been griddled to the bread itself. There's some bacon and sausages that have been made that have the nice like crispy outside. The eggs look to be have been some of them are like an over easy, others are more of like a soft boil that you can kind of dip your toast in. But it is a really wonderful spread. Kind of shocking for the area that you're in to have this much plentiful access.
Well, hey, as long as it's not made from people, she's digging in.
This is not made from people food, so you're good. This is regular food.
Like
The cake is not a lie.
Human sausage, human bacon.
Could show up in a Vaesen game, just not this one.
Oh,
but,
okay.
you're safe there. You're in a safe place. They eat regular people food, not people food. But as you guys sit down, you are all stared at as newcomers. People are abuzz with people arriving in town. You see some of the kids are kind of like looking at you guys, but in the inquisitive childlike wonder way. You see a few of the children are kind of glancing at you, Isadora, in your finery and kind of whispering, and one of them uses a napkin to kind of like whoosh like a cloak behind them, trying to mimic your movements, you see. But it is a jovial breakfast.
If anyone looks to Orlanima, she doesn't eat, though she's enjoying the vibe of the room and everyone else enjoying the food. But she doesn't have a plate. She doesn't have any food. And it's just like one hand is near her lap and the other hand is just on the table, and like her fingers move in a rhythmic 1 2 3 4 3 2 4 back and forth.
This place is quite strange for you, Orla. There is a almost, you feel as though you are outside of the status quo. There's a feeling of that, a very familiar feeling that you can pinpoint immediately, because the pull is not as bad when you are in the other world. Most creatures within the other world do not have a set date. Thus, you are not pulled in several directions. There's a sense of peace, still a restlessness that can never be undone, but it's at least slightly more peaceful, and it is easier to enjoy the people around. The older woman that you had met the previous night, Fiona, walks up to a little raised platform podium that seems to be at the front where this meeting house is. And as she kind of wraps her hand, you see that it is almost a clawed hand. But as she kind of knocks into the podium itself, silence begins to echo throughout the room as everyone's eyes are on Fiona. And she does greet the group, saying that there were no casualties last night, 4 have been wounded, but should be on the mend in due time. The Fool is currently at rest, but is sure to come back the next evening. And thus, as everyone kind of groans at hearing the action being asked of them, you hear her say, "We will be on the hunt for another night. I know that is not what everyone wants, but we don't have a choice. We cannot be blamed for any deaths in the forest. It's our duty. It is what we signed up for." People kind of agree, some a little bit more out of a sense of duty than a sense of want. But she raises a hand, gesturing towards you all. "These newcomers are currently friends. Treat them as you would a family member. We are welcome to have them here, show them around, keep them safe. No funny business." She looks at one of the youngsters that was parading around with the napkin cloak. Everyone begins to settle back in after these announcements are made, and she does approach your table. "I hope you are all well rested."
Yes, we appreciate your hospitality and the hospitality of your people, Fiona.
"We do our best." Now, I do have a few questions for you. What are you doing out this far?
We're investigating reports of wolves in the forest.
She scowls. Most know the boundaries of where they can go. We do have some new members, as it were. Probably got a bit too curious. Well, I can show you around, but I just looking for wolves. That's all you're doing.
Yes, we're the reports. Had us concerned what how some folks may react to the reports of wolves being in Ireland again.
We keep hidden for that very reason. I'll need to have a talk to the new recruits. It's good to know. I hate to burst your bubble, but no, the wolves are not in Ireland anymore. They're all gone.
We had our suspicions, but we wanted to investigate, make sure that we were correct, that we could make sure those involved stayed safe.
I see. And who do you work for?
I think what Tress at is Isadora is going to look at the others, because I do believe she is the youngest member of this party. So she's going to look around at the others, sort of questioning, is it okay for us to say who we work for?
So above table, I think we're really only secretive with society at large. I think telling the Vaesen here would probably be okay. And so in that regard, I think when you catch Orlanima's eyes, there's a very like definitive nod.
And now, and then now my memory fails me. What is the name of the society again?
Yeah, so depending on where you all would be members of the Morgan Society, whether you are double agents, kind of posing as Apollonian Society, but secretly giving information towards the Morgan Society, that's entirely up to you. You can also just work for the Morgan Society. They are starting to get new recruits, as Menlo Castle has been shown as a beacon for those needing refuge with the site.
Okay, thank you, thank you. What? We're with the Morgan Society.
What? Goodness gracious! I thought they were all wiped out about 200 years ago.
Making a comeback, as it were.
Well, they were good to us back then, before we hid.
And we hope to be good to you again.
Yes. Well, that is a hope. That is a hope. So you're really just trying to investigate to figure out who is causing the wolf sightings?
Well, the society thought it might be Vaesen related, since, as we said and established, wolves haven't been around for a very long time.
No. How about this? I don't think everyone in town will be too happy with me doing this, but I think more of them will be more upset the longer you stay here. I'll round up the current fighters that we got. You can try and figure out who is behind it. We are, in fact, missing somebody. Two of our fighters had not made it back after last night's hunt. They've actually been missing before last night's hunt.
And I assume it's not normal for them to go missing?
Well, sure, maybe for a few hours. It's hard to keep a wolf spirit contained, but at least not even checking in with their partner. That's a little bit unheard of. Most of the youngins haven't even experienced the outside world, as it were. Get a little curious.
And other than this dark fool, is there somebody who would hurt them or intend to hurt them?
Is that an actually question here? You do know we were hunted to extinction almost.
Yes, but I think I mean someone much closer, someone you've had recent run-ins with.
I mean, we've ever since, I guess, as you said, those sightings had been heard. As I fix my camera, as those sightings had been heard, landowners are always a problem. They're always worried about the bottom line. A wolf takes out one of their livestock, they get up in arms, and they will hunt anything that moves. So that is a problem. The dark fool is another. What I'm more concerned about is those that will wander into the forest looking for wolves and end up in the dark fool's clutches, and then we get blamed for it. The wolves do. If you can locate these two, or at least hopefully try and find them at some point, I bet I could get my council to allow you to leave with your memories.
This is why we are here, is it not? I think we could do that.
Of course, we're always about making good relations with other Vaesen, keeping things balanced and protecting both Vaesen and humankind. So maybe we can figure out, not only where and how to find them, but maybe we can plan how best to deal with the information to humans. Maybe some different information that'll at least keep them out of the forest and believing there's no wolves, but
I'm sure between you and me, we can put something in the papers about these sightings being hoaxes.
It would be appreciated. There's not many places that is safe for us.
All right. Well, where was the last time you saw these missing two? Where their scent was last?
Last we had heard, they were going towards the main road. One of their little friends had reported on them, lucky for us, that they had wanted to see what it was like beyond the fog. I'm not quite sure exactly. Maybe towards the main road. That's all I can think of.
Just real quick, we got another raid, so say hi.
Thank you, raiders. Welcome in Table of Horrors. We are playing a bit of Vaesen. This is a game made for mature audiences. This is a horror game. But we are also raising money for Translatin Coalition. For $5, you can get a extra die to a player. 10 makes us draw a tarot card to affect the game. 20 has us get a reroll, second chance at a success. And for $50, you can be the chaos gremlin of them all and summon a Vaesen. They will attack. You can invoke their Gesh, and they will immediately attack the party. As you all are discussing with the chieftain of this village, there is a wolf that kind of runs in, kind of nosing the door open in a panic. They are heavily wounded, and you see as many of the people have cleared out, as you guys have been discussing things after breakfast, some people are going in to immediately tend to this wolf's wounds. They also, you see the chieftain just immediately go over to the wolf, and you can tell there's some sort of intense discussion. She kind of turns her head towards you all and says, look, it appears that that lead you were looking for might have just arrived.
Oh.
This is one of the kids. Or I shouldn't say kids, everyone younger than me is a kid. 18-year-olds think that they're just completely adults, wander into the road and get shocked when they are tried to be captured. You see this wolf kind of just does a soft whine and looks very sheepish. You all can hear, similarly to the night before when you had some wolves be able to like pierce your mind to be able to communicate. This wolf does not seem to be have full control of those abilities yet, but you get the sense of fear, as well as missing, feeling like they couldn't do enough to save the person they cared about.
So you mentioned that there's a lead. And what is that lead? Do you know where we're going?
There's a camp of hunters nearby. Looks like they caught one of our wolves. I don't trust what people do to when they see an animal like that. But if Owen should die, it would mean revealing exactly what we are.
Okay, then.
We take on the form of wolves for 7 years to protect the area, to protect the forest. All of us. Some of us have even taken multiple shifts. But when we die, we return to our normal form, out of the skin of the wolf itself.
Okay. Well, it sounds to me like we should leave immediately then.
I agree.
You see one of her attendants kind of comes up, and there is this paste that has like this reddish brown paste. She kind of dips her finger in it and just says, I hope you don't mind, but in order for you to remember exactly what you were doing, I do need to denote you as friends.
Okay.
Of course.
She dips her finger into this red paste, and on your forehead, she marks in ancient Ogam, the written language, the original written language of Ireland, with a variety of lines meaning letters. On your forehead, a symbol for friend, and you can see it on the other people as it just seeps into the skin. You feel a sense of where everything has been almost hazy and dreamlike. You feel more centered, more in control. You all are able to leave with your memories and head towards the camp. It's not too far from here. She has sent in, just in case things go horribly wrong, there is a retinue of like 3 wolves that are there to assist you should you need it. It is not nighttime, so you do not have to worry about the dark fool. You see that Finnegan stays behind.
I was gonna specifically be like, hey, Finnegan, stay here.
You see him chatting and kind of making friends with some of the people that are nearby, but you all race towards the hunter camp. Can I get a vigilance check once you guys get within sight distance from everyone?
I got 1 success.
I also got 1 success.
I also got 1 success.
Exactly what you need. You see that there are 3 hunters, as well as the local landlord of this area. They all are sitting around a breakfast fire. Behind them, inside of a cage cart, you see a wolf kind of pacing. They do appear to have taken a fair amount of wounds. They are not so hurt that they can't move or can't fight, but definitely not in the ability to be able to make a run for it by themselves. They're going to need some help getting out of that cage. As you see the hunting party, what do you do? How do you go about this?
Landowners are interested in the bottom line. Perhaps we could just bribe him to let us take the wolf.
Yes, I mean, before we make any other decisions on what to do, if this goes wrong, I would like to have the chance to try to talk them out of this before what they're doing before we make any other moves.
As you want to talk it over, how are you approaching this, Isadora? You're like a random person in the woods approaching the camp. What's your plan?
I guess so. Given the time, Isadora can't just like ride up by herself. She does like need like an entourage to be there with her, but she is going to go in like as this, society lady. You know, she might not have like a title, but she does have money, which is gives her a certain amount of power, and she is going to, ride in with every bit of that energy.
Well, if that's the plan, I think what Selena wants to try and do, it's a one shot, so why not? I'm gonna try my automatic writing talent to see what information I can get on these guys to give to Isadora, in hopes that it'll make her seem far more legitimate, and that they'd have to listen to her with authority.
You have such a cool talent. My talent is literally just wealthy.
Listen, like in real life, that opens a lot of doors.
It does. It does.
Like, I mean, Vaesen, you can throw money at your problems a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And it can help the situation quite a bit. The woods, it makes it a little bit harder, but it's going to at least give you a buy-in that they're not going to be immediately on guard as soon as you approach the camp, because of your station, your status. Automatic writing roll. Go ahead and give me, I believe it is observation empathy, if I remember.
No, it's
correctly.
inspiration.
Inspiration, yeah.
Yeah.
Give me inspiration empathy.
Yeah.
I always mix that up with the medium talent.
So much dice for my little hand. All right. So I got 2 6s. Yeah, 2 6s. So I think
Amazing.
everyone sees is that Selena does take a moment to sit down, and she pulls out a much older kind of leather-bound book with more like stained pages, and she brings out like a quill and just sits there for a moment, takes a breath before she has her eyes closed and they open again, and her hand is just writing, but her eyes have rolled back.
As you your hand kind of moves at a rhythm of its own, everyone else around can see that there's a strange figure that begins to hover around Selena, almost as though you see this figure pick up their hand and begin writing using her as a focus. Selena, when you come back to it, on the paper, in a variety of different corners and written very sporadically, superstitions. And then there's a delineation, like there's a line coming off of it. That shows the farm hands connected to the superstitions, but the line that should connect to the superstitions from the landowner is cut off.
All right. And there's just a slight little bit of nosebleed that she sort of wipes away when she comes back into it, and then just shows the page to everybody and explaining what she's interpreting there. They're at least very suspicious folk, but I don't know why this one happens to be broken.
What does it? Do you think it means anything?
Could it mean he doesn't believe anything anymore?
Okay, well, that is good to know.
At least with the others, if you're able to convince them on something, they might start going after their landowner instead, telling them they won't do anything if it's against their superstitions.
Right. Okay. Well, we will, I think, just have to find out.
Isadora, how are you? Or describe to me how you're approaching the camp. I think you talked about you want to have your entourage around just so it is. What is the times that you're not off on your own, um, and the fraughts that can happen as far as them questioning why a woman of your stature would be off on their own. But how do you launch into this conversation?
I think she comes in and she just calls out, "Who's in charge here? Who's the Lord in charge here?"
You see a few of the farm hands that have been shoveling eggs in their mouth. They just kind of stop and then wipe their mouth very swiftly and put their plate down. The Lord kind of like stands up. You can see that the Lord is wearing hunting clothing, uh, and definitely not at all practical for the area that he's in. But you see him rise and say, "Yes, Edgar Lionheart, at your service, madam. I am so sorry. What has happened? It has been a dangerous place in these woods lately, something I am trying to work on," as he kind of straightens his vest as he stands.
Oh, hold on. We have another raid. Hello, Stir the Plot. Thank you for stopping by. Hi, thank you for stopping in. I will let Mary do her pitch real quick.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the game of Vaesen. We are running a one-shot set in Ireland. This is a gothic horror game, so as such, this is made for mature audiences. We are also fundraising for the Nerds with Pride event. We are raising money for the Translatin Coalition. For $5 in order to affect the game. You can give players an extra die. For $10, you can draw a tarot card in order to either help or hinder the players. For 20, you can give players a reroll. This is a dice system. No matter how many dice you get, you can still not get a 6. And for $50, if you want to be the king of the Chaos Goblins, you can cause a Vaesen to attack and invoke their Gesh. Basically, causing anytime we're in the middle of the woods, there's a lot of creepy things, will attack the players. But as we dive into it, our group has made it to the camp. They have found a lost village filled with werewolf like beings. that become a werewolf for 7 years and then resume their human form unless they take another shift in order to protect the forest. And one of these wolves has been kidnapped by a group of hunters. Isadora, our socialite, is currently trying to uh, talk this lord into letting this wolf go. And as he straightens his vest, talking about how dangerous these woods have been and how he's trying to make this place safer, what do you say in response, Isadora?
I assure you, I am quite safe, but I have actually traveled a long way to discuss this matter with you because I do believe that you have made a mistake in who your culprit is.
Well, I mean, people have been going missing, and wolves were sighted. It is only fitting. Besides, who else will be able to gain the notoriety of finding the last wolf of Ireland?
So that's what you're after then?
Well,
Notoriety?
of course, I want to make this place safer. As an English subject, it is my duty to the realm and to the Queen to protect the Emerald Isle from things that would wish it well-meaning, uh, or harm it, as it were. You see, this guy uses very big words and doesn't know what they mean.
Yeah. Um, th- that sounds as if you were hired for this job. I was under the impression you had appointed yourself to this
Well,
position.
it's my duty. How else must I protect the tenant owners of this place? I mean, uh, wolves coming to steal their hard-earned profits from their farms. What else is a landowner to do?
Do you do you actually have evidence that anything has been taken from the farms?
Yes, 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 yes. Franklin, and you see a one of the helpers at this camp kind of runs up. Uh, uh, yeah, yes, your lordship. Yes, show them the proof. And he kind of gives a side eye and a deep breath and a sigh. Uh, he goes over to one of the tents, pulls out a very horribly drawn image of a wolf, signed by another landowner in the area, as a testament of basically a uh, affidavit, if you will, of the sighting.
Um, I, like as they're like as he's like running off to collect this, I think Isadora slides off of her horse and like walks over. So like she looks this farmer in the eye when she and just goes, "Sir, can you tell me who drew this? This is not exactly what I expected as um, proof. Who drew this? And when?"
Well, it was nearby lord had seen the wolf on his travels, and thus I brought one of my tenants who has quite the gifted uh, hand for art, and drew one up to send out to the farmers to make it known of the possibility that their livestock may be snatched.
Mm, talent. It is sure. I will allow it. If you, sir, that was not the answer to my question. I want his name, and spotted on his travels is not proof that anything was attacked. I was sent here to look into this. I plan on being thorough.
You go ahead and make me a manipulation check. Manipulation empathy.
Yes. One success.
One success is all you need in order to persuade the farmhands with the Lord. They kind of whisper to each other, and more so in the way of like, you can tell they are giving off the air of like, we aren't paid enough for this bullshit going on. And he says, what? And he starts blustering. Who do you work for exactly?
I work for... who is, because she's not going to specifically mention the Morgan Society. Who is like somebody extremely important higher up that she could mention?
Are you talking about in Apollonian Society or
the Morgan Society specifically? Like, is there somebody like with like whose name I could like drop here who would have power?
So this is where it's difficult because so far the Morgan Society has tried to stay under the radar.
Right, which is why I wanted to mention a specific person, not the
totally
society.
Understand. Probably the person with the most pull as far as like a face of this area would have to be Father Varela Segundo, SJ, or Delilah Hall. She is the heir of the Hall family and is high up in the Apollonian Society, although that is a cover for her work in the Morgan Society. Father Segundo has been under hot water as of late, but is still in the Apollonian Society's good graces and is a prominent figure to the locals.
Okay. We were hired by Delilah Hall, but invited by Father Segundo.
Delilah Hall, of the whole family.
Yes.
Oh, it's a pickle. How about this? We could go in on this discovery together. Get your name in a book. You could introduce me to the Hall family. Everything works out great.
I am not interested in introducing you to the Hall family, and nor do I need my name in another book. Certainly not. One of the quality you're suggesting. How about this instead? I pay your men that you have clearly not paid enough, and let you leave, and I won't spread word of what you were doing here to people like Delilah Hall. I have many, many connections, both here in Ireland and back in London.
Give me a manipulation check. This is going to have a defect to it. That you did not succeed on your first one with him, so you're going to get -1 die to this roll.
Okay.
As this conversation is going on and you're rolling those dice, what is everyone else doing?
You're muted. Ninja.
Watching for signs of indicators that this conversation is going to go sideways. So I want to be prepared. And eventually, if I do get the moment, I will take time out to make that poultice, because I also feel like that wolf might need it. But right
The
now,
wolf definitely would need it. I will say they are very distracted currently as well.
No point in drawing attention, so I want to sneak in there and try to free the wolf while she's talking to him.
All right, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
You got it.
I think Selena, in the meantime, kind of after a little bit, had pulled out her notebook and started writing in it and turned it a little bit to Orlanima and saying, "We need to scare the farmers a bit."
Anybody want to help me?
If we can scare the farmers a bit.
Unfortunately, I am not sneaky.
I will say this. Go ahead and add an extra die because Isadora is distracting the farmhands and the landowner.
And I have stealth. Why is she not stealthy today? She had one job. She had one job. One job.
Okay,
What?
I need you to mark a physical condition. As you are able to get close enough, you get right up to the cage, and a branch snaps under your foot. As like everyone has eyes on you, it causes you to fall down as you kind of like trip in that moment, like trying to dodge out of the way, out of sight, taking one physical condition.
Which one?
It's up to you what you take. It's up to a total. Once you hit your fourth condition, that is what causes you to be knocked out.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just say wounded. I think that would be or maybe better sense.
You pick up a few extra bruises as you kind of fall to the ground. You see that the landowner begins to try and reach for a weapon, yelling, "Lads, we have been set up. They are trying to steal our discovery."
Time to unhook this latch and get out of here.
So, as soon as he does that, I think like Isadora is already like revolver out. So stop what you're doing.
We're in a bit of a standoff. So here's what's going to happen. All of the farm hands are going for a weapon, albeit sluggishly, because they're not quite wanting to fully defend this guy with their lives. He's got a weapon out. He's got a rifle that he has started to try in search of who was trying to sneak into camp until he hears Isadora's revolver click as the hammer is pulled. Orla and Selena, what are you guys doing currently?
Selena isn't a fighter. She's a writer.
I take notes.
I take notes.
Well,
I take note of the failure that has been here.
Yeah, I see what's going on. I think at most she might, if there's a farmhand close to her, she's probably going to start muttering like, not quite nonsense, but like she is afraid this is about to trigger something bad in the woods, because she feels like from her in like automatic writing that these farmers might be more in tune to these lands than the Lord, like their lordship. So she might say something like, "Oh, the fair folk are gonna like this at all. No, no, no."
Give me a manipulation check. Orla, what are you doing?
I mean, this is a one shot, and we're coming up pretty close to our end soon. So might as well pull out the big guns, so to speak. So in all the time you've seen Orlanima at the castle in the Morrigan Society, and on this trip, something about her body is always moving. She's either riding the horse, or if she's standing still, her fingers are moving. If she's sitting in a chair, she might be tapping her foot. She's always moving. And in this moment, when this landowner starts to put up a fight and threaten Isadora, suddenly Orlanima is standing between the two of them, facing the landowner, and she is stock still. She is so still that you can feel it in the air. And I mean, Mary, I feel like this landowner deserves the death curse.
Oh, that sounds very bad. That
and
sounds very bad.
I think in this instance, how Orlanima gives the death curse is you see this ribbon she's worn on her neck every time. Like, she's never not worn this ribbon on her neck. She pulls on it and unties it, and she lifts her head off her body, and she pronounces the death curse on this landowner because Orlanima is a Dullahan.
As you remove the ribbon and you lift your head off your body, and your voice begins to echo, and you have heard his name. Once you know their name, that's it. There's no escaping death, not until you utter it. As the forest goes quiet, everyone around, I need you to make me a fear check. This goes for Selena, this goes for Brini, this goes for Isadora. I am making it for the farm hands as well. For Edgar Lionheart, this is a very important fear roll of whether he just dies right now from fear.
How many dice do we get? Just one?
You get 2 extra dice from your 2 allies that are not a Dullahan, and to react, this is going to be a level 2 fear check. This is something truly horrific as you see a severed head begin lifted off of the neck.
So there's 3 dice we get.
2. So you get your logic, and then because you have Isadora and Selena on your side, you get an added +2 dice. What the fear check is about Orla. So she does not apply currently because she's causing the fear.
Right. So my logic is at a 4. So I should roll 6 dice.
6 dice, yep.
Okay. I am 1 dice short.
And you need 2 successes.
I only got 1. I rolled a ton of 1s and only 1 6.
I also only rolled 1 6.
Please don't make me terrified at this juncture. I could die here.
Oh, and I did roll 1 success on the manipulation for the farmhands.
Are you kidding me? 1 success.
Okay, everyone is terrified.
You're damn terrifying. How dare you terrify us.
Farm hands rolled 1 success. They are terrified as well.
We're terrified. I didn't know you didn't have a head.
I do have a head. I brought it with me the whole time.
He's also terrified, which is real bad for him.
She's a cut above the rest. She's ahead of everyone.
Nice.
Don't let it go to your head.
So I usually leave this up to character choice. Normally, when you become terrified, it is a random roll at how your character reacts. That can sometimes take away player agency. You have 4 choices of how your character acts when they become terrified. It is basically the fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. You can run away with every action that you have. You can see everything as an enemy and fight it. you can, in your just kind of that faint moment, literally in every gothic horror film, you just faint on the spot. Or you freeze and you are literally stuck in place. It's up to you how you react. You can roll for it randomly, and I can tell you what you get. But that is what's going to happen. You also, I need everyone to roll me a d6 to see how many rounds. This is increased because of the situation you guys are in. Normally, it is only a d4 that you would roll. This is different. This is experiencing a death curse.
I rolled a 1.
If
Okay,
somebody
so you're
don't
only going to be
die,
terrified
I'm
for
gonna
1
lose.
round, Selena.
Okay. Well, then
I rolled a
4.
6.
Isadora is
4.
terrified for 6 rounds. Breeny's terrified for 4. Orla, what do you do? As like people are like the farmhands just drop their crap and run. They are not wasting their lives on this good for nothing loser.
I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like we gotta go with the classic blind him with my whip to start with. He doesn't deserve to have eyes and to see.
Give me an attack roll. As you're attacking, what does everyone choose as far as how they react to fear?
Selena freezes. I think she's just, there was a moment where there is a step back, but she just freezes up. And in the moment where usually numbness makes the world sound like it's a buzz, for her it just becomes a cacophony of whispers in her ears. Just all the memories of echoing past whispers are just filling her head instead. She's just staring wide-eyed, just unable to look away.
Well, it would be funny to have another character faint. I am going to say that Isadora also freezes.
How does Breeny react?
Okay, so I let the dice decide. So here's what I rolled. I rolled a 4 in addition to my 4 rounds.
All right. Get that real quick. Critical injury table. There it is. Attack. You are blindly attacking anything within sight. Everything is an enemy at this point with your fear. For 4 rounds.
Okay.
Orla, what did you get on your attack against Lord Edgar Lionheart?
I got 4 successes.
How do you want to do this? He can't survive that. He can't. I know what that whip does. He cannot survive that. He does not have enough wounds.
So those of you that are, just stock still in shock and are still seeing this, in one hand Orla's holding her head, and in the other hand the whip that you saw the other night shows up, but this time you watch it like vertebrae by vertebrae form itself until it's become its full length. And then I condemn him for being a terrible person, both as a landowner and a person, because you can be a good person and be a shitty person because of your profession, like landowner. And then I guess because 4 successes is a lot, I just whip his head clean off.
Oh.
His head rolls in this solid state.
Whip it good.
Some of you, it takes longer than others to settle. Selena, you are the first to be able to come around. You take 1 mental condition from the failure of your fear test. You see Isadora terrified. Breeny swinging at tree branches at this point. Bad news. But And you also look down and see the decapitated body of the Lord Edgar Lionheart.
He deserved it. He wasn't a good guy.
So Selena is very much frightened. So she's keeping the whole scene birth. When she notices the head by her, she just sort of steps back and tries to focus in, at least on Isadora, since she is staying stock still and not moving, and she doesn't want to get anywhere near Brini's swinging. So she'll just go over and try and like very gently shake Isadora. Hey, hear me? Come on, focus on me, please. Come on.
Does this break the freezing, or is
You still, it takes a few more rounds, but eventually both Isadora and Brini are able to kind of come out of that terrified state. Both of you take 1 mental condition. And you are all stood in the remnants of a camp with a decapitated lord body.
Well, at least they can't say wolves did it.
Or they can just make it up and say that they have such razor sharp teeth that they ate their prey. I finally having come to open the latch and release the wolf.
The wolf does limp out, very appreciative. You
I put a poultice.
do you have the poultice?
Yeah.
You apply your folk remedy poultice, and you can see that this supernatural level of healing, this just helps jumpstart it as the wounds begin to slowly mend themselves. You also notice that the entire cage was made of iron and silver, probably also making it so the wolf could not fully heal. You're able to return the wolf back to his home in the village of Cones beyond the fog. There is a very much a air of victory and also of worry. Lord Edgar Lionheart, while a blustery fool, was part of a very important family.
Was.
As such, there may be more scrutiny towards this area of the Sleeve Bloom Mountains and County Leash. But that's a story for another day. As we conclude The Lost Wolves of Ireland on this night. Thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by. Special thanks. We had some wonderful raids tonight. We had, thank you, Sun Punch Studios, Table of Horrors, and Stir the Plot. Thank you so much for the raids and joining us in this wonderful Pride one-shot celebration. I can't do this wonderful show without the amazing cast members around me. I'll kick it off with outros since we're going to have Sophia tell you all about the wonderful things we've got going on Nerds with Dice for the rest of the month, raising money for the Translatin Coalition. I'm Mary. I've been your GM this evening. Where you can find me online at the Nerd on Wheels all over social media. Lately, I've been running a lot of Vaesen. If you want to see more Vaesen, stay tuned. I've got a couple of fun projects coming up starting in July and in August. That means more Vaesen is on the horizon. You can also find me this weekend on the 27th over on Pocket Dragon Pub, where I am going to be playing a special free RPG day one shot of Cyber plus Punk, the Kaguya initiative. It is playing upon the myths set in a cyberpunk world. We are all on our last mission trying to survive, and maybe if we are able to succeed, we can get out of the game forever. But it is a very dangerous game that we are going into. Armed with artifacts, we're going to be set up against creatures of myth and legend in a cyberpunk world. Um, Sunday, you can also catch me on Pantsless Tables at 3 p.m. Central, where we are playing Molgoths versus Visigoths. I am playing a Visigoth as we try to figure out who will win the land territory known as the Maul in this fun adventure set in the 1990s world where both the Molgoths and the Visigoths are at war and their territory is the Maul. I will popcorn it over to Shinobi. Where can we find you?
My goodness. Well, you can definitely find me around here. Mostly playing horror games, mostly playing all manner of oddities. So you can also find me on Blue Sky, but like I said, it's still naked. Don't go and look. But other than that, you definitely find me here playing some other games, and yeah, I'm definitely gonna send it over to Selena.
Right. Hi. So I'm Natalie, and I played Selena. Find me most places on the internet as Ghost Candle or Ghostly Candle on Twitch and YouTube. I'm an artist and actual play performer, as you can see. So when I'm not here with Nerds with Dice, which we've been part of the Fields of the Dead show, we'll be coming back to our part 2 of our season 2 very soon. It's going to be awesome fun. You can find me Wednesday nights over on the Cozy's Trauma Corner, where we play Sentence Sensibility, which is sort of like your Power Rangers meets Bridgerton. And we have our own flavor of face stuff going on in that campaign. And then on Thursday nights, I'm over on Zeal Zaddy, where we've been playing a Daggerheart 5 Banners Burning campaign, which that has been a lot of fun as well. And yeah, I think that's it for me for now. Until then, just follow me to see what I'm up to, and I will pass it over to Cass.
I'm Cass. I played Orlanima the Dullahan. Other than occasionally coming around here, you can find me next on Thursday over at Sword and Key, running the theoretical finale for our Pride charity game over there, Black Sun Rising. It's a sequel game to the Pride game I ran last year, Summer in Wood Lake. 30 years later, the campers have to deal with, the ramifications of what happened that summer. And it fully just became a legacy sequel like Hollywood would do. And you know what? That's okay. That's really all I'm doing right now. So you can find me there Thursday. And I'll pass it to Sophia.
Hi everyone, I'm Sophia Olivia Scott. My pronouns are she, we. I am the founder and a chancellor here at Nerds with Dice. You can find me on Blue Sky at Nerdy Teddy. That's a good place to keep up with things when I'm not here on Nerds with Dice. But as mentioned, I am in Cass's one-shot Black Sunrise, or one-shot, four-shot, the theoretical upcoming finale Black Sun Rising. I play Jay, who is my first sad boy that I'm actually playing in a game, and
not just a sad boy, a sad dad.
Yeah. Oh yes. He is. He's also a dad. But he got his sister back after 30 years. There's nothing weird about that, right? It's fine. Everything's perfectly fine, and nobody's going to die other than my car that Cass killed. But I'm also the GM for Fields of the Dead. That comes back to July 18th. We have plenty more stuff happening for Pride. We have on the 24th at 6 p.m. Brides of Dracula with Tanya Lachey on Friday the 26th at 3 p.m., we will have Wintry Hunger with Audi. That is a 2-shot. The second episode will be in July. Later that night, we'll also have a pre-recorded episode of Fantastic Realms. You'll be able to catch that premiering both on YouTube and on Twitch on the 27th at 2:30 p.m. Central is what I'm seeing. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. We have Grand Guganal with Gray on the 28th at 11 a.m. Central. We have Kids in Capes with yours truly running the game. This is Gowns, Suits, and Capes, which is their trying to find their outfits before the night before queer prom. Some things have happened. We've created a fun little world for it. It's going to be a blast. Show up, cause some trouble with some incentives. And then later that night at 7 p.m., we have Orca Delirium. And then on the 29th, this is our last game for June, we have Tales of the Monarch, I believe is what it's called, at 11 a.m. Central. That is also a 2-shot. The second game will be happening in July. Why do we have games happening in July? Because we could not be contained to just June. So we still have some casting calls for July going on. We have... Yes, we have all kinds of games coming out. I am not going to list all of those off because I know everybody wants to get out of here, but you should definitely, be looking forward to those games as well. And, if you're looking for casting calls to sign up, some of them are still open. You should definitely go check them out. I think that is everything. You can always still donate. We're done for tonight, but you can still donate to the Translatin Coalition, and hopefully I'll see some of you Thursday. We aren't going to raid tonight, so I'm letting you go. Go hopefully get some sleep and stuff, and we will see you next time. Bye.